Diverse representation in television and film is crucial to changing stereotypes, influencing perceptions, challenging norms, and ultimately contributing to social change. Color Farm Impact is a nonprofit that recognizes the need for diversity in media and is giving power to those underrepresented voices in the hopes of changing that narrative with inclusive creators and storytelling. And joining me now with more is actress and co-founder of Color Farm Impact, Erika Alexander. Erika, thank you so much for being on. I'm trying not to fangirl because I am so excited that you're here.
Hey, I'm excited to see you too. Bravo on everything you're doing.
Thank you.
I love this invitation.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh. And bravo to you too. I mean, social justice, giving a voice to the voiceless, that has been an important part of your story and how you're using your platform. What is it about those focuses that are so important to you, and how you're using your platform to uplift?
Well, you know, this adventure began 7 years ago at Color Farm Media, where we call ourselves world builders. I co-founded Color Farm with my partner, Ben Arnon. It's an award-winning film and television and audio production company. We produce stories like the documentary John Lewis, Good Trouble with CNN, and Finding Tamika with SBH and Audible. So we're proud. We also won the DuPont Columbia Award and a Webby NAACP. We produced The Big Payback, which I co-directed, a reparations documentary. All of those things, those projects, we led a robust, innovative social impact campaign with corporate sponsors like Ben and Jerry's, NAACP, the WNBA, Color of Change. And so doing all that impact work, we decided we should start a sister entity, and that's a nonprofit called Color Farm Impact, which you mentioned. It's led by our Impact President, Candace Cook. So we continue to do the social impact campaigns around the content, but we use storytelling to create data and educational programs to future-proof a new generation because we believe that the future is too colorful to fail.
Oh,
So
I love that. To future-proof a new generation. So your
yes.
role on Living Single, of course, as the iconic Maxine Shaw. It's one of many roles that had such an impact on young women across the board, but specifically Black women, women of color. Talk to me more about Color Farm Impact, the pilot program, and then also the Maxine Shaw Effect leadership curriculum that's going to debut at your alma mater in Philadelphia, at the Philadelphia High School for Girls, because you're really just doing so much across the board.
Danae, I'm so glad you mentioned that because honestly, it's one of the most exciting things I've gotten to do in my career. Color Farm Impact is future proofing. And so we want to say that the future shouldn't be obsolete. It should be sustainable because we're ready for it. We're ready for it because we want to invest in leadership building. So that's developing research and data initiatives and creating curriculum around content, excuse me. The first that we announced last year was called the Maxine Shaw Effect. So this is something that's happened to me my whole life. It's we knew the character Maxine Shaw from my TV show Living Single, inspired countless people to become powerful leaders. And a research study that we did proved that not only does representation matter, it's like the Rosetta Stone for the future. So we built an amazing curriculum with Erica Buddington, this amazing curriculum designer for middle, high school, and early college students. We're rolling that bad boy out, like you said, piloting it at my alma mater, the Philadelphia High School for Girls.
Yes.
And be expanding to other cities and developing additional data initiatives, like the one we're working on now with a groundbreaking study with a brilliant data scientist named Dr. Janae Cody. It's called the Dharma Project. And so if anyone wants to know about it, they should go to colorfarmimpact.org and take a look at what we're doing. And, you know, you can join us, you can donate, those types of things. But that's how we're getting our message out there, is to do the work, do the content, you know, entertain, but also make the impact projects.
And I love how you are weaving your purpose through all of these different projects to help entertain while also bringing awareness. And your true crime podcast, Finding Tamika, does exactly that. You're putting a focus on how systems fail when Black women go missing compared to white women. Why was Tamika's story so important to you?
Well, Finding Tamika was about Tamika Houston. She went missing and became a symbol for missing white women syndrome, which is a phenomenon which really says that national media at the time and for a very long time has prioritized white women as opposed to women of color, and especially Black women, and certainly Native women. So its success created a national movement that elevated the plight of missing women. And, you know, to go back to the idea that representation matters, what followed afterwards was an unprecedented wave of successful TV shows and film productions in mainstream media about missing people of color. And we were invited to the White House to discuss legislation and policies to change the landscape. And we're proud to be a part of the movement, but it mattered. And that one story changed a lot of things, but also gave us an opportunity to show what we were all about when you put the two things together.
Erika, while I've got you, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, and I want to keep it real because just this morning, Living Single was on my mind because we were talking about our favorite theme songs from shows, and Living Single came to mind for me. All the work that you're doing and have done, how do you keep yourself grounded and keep pushing when you don't always feel seen? And by that, I mean, because from Living Single, there was another show made just like it, the same, that got so much more acclaim. But how do you stay focused on your mission and your purpose and push through that, whether you're being seen and recognized or not?
Well, I have to first think that my philosophy that women are proof of life and we are a version of organic sustainability. So I should sustain because my mother made me that way. It's in my DNA. I've got skin in the game. She was twice orphaned. She was widowed at 50 with 6 kids. My father was an orphan too. But she knew the importance of education and service to others. And also being Black in America is having to navigate and confront racism every day. It's like being in the Squid Games. You saw Kendrick
Yes.
yeah, what she's done. So being a Black actress, especially dark skin, was not meant to be a political act, but it became one. So, you know, I do my best to arm myself with knowledge and history and contribute to something greater than I am. And that's active being an activist. And so I appreciate your beautiful compliment because there are a lot of complicated systems that we live in, but we have to find a way to discuss the disparities and inequities and what Reverend Barber, my mentor, calls the third reconstruction. So if this is the third reconstruction, then we are all architects of it, and we need to join together and create a better tomorrow. Today.
Amen. And you are absolutely helping build that through using your platform and your passion in all of these projects. Thank you for all you are doing, and thank you so much for being here with us this morning, Erika Alexander. We appreciate you so much.